what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for Battleship the movie, based on the board game of the same name. And I gotta say this, first of all. Making a board game into a movie is an absolutely awesome idea. I mean, it's genius. I mean, first of all, Battleship the board game, which isn't really a board, it comes with like these laptop shaped kind of things, but whatever. It's genius. I mean, the story in Battleship is always intriguing. It's always ever changing too, which I love. And F5 and F6. I mean, those are my favorite characters in that board game. I'm so happy that they made a movie and they're gonna convert all those characters in here and give us that amazing Harry Potter, Hunger Games like story. So I couldn't wait to see this film. Yeah. So let's just do this. All right. Let's talk about the story. Okay, so the story in Battleship, surprisingly, is not very good. Alright, you have Taylor Kitsch, who everybody should remember from John Carter, if you actually saw the movie. Which, I mean, it did okay, I guess. I mean, it was somewhat popular. No, it wasn't. It didn't do good. But he was John Carter in that film, and now he plays a character named Hopper, who is pretty much a screw-up. He's a nincompoop. He's an idiot in the beginning. And his brother's all like, who's played by Alexander Skarsgård, tells him, you know what, you're an idiot. Stop being an idiot. Join the Navy with me. And he joins the Navy with him, and 18 months later, he's in the Navy. So there you go. And he has a girlfriend whose father is played by Liam Neeson. And he's in the Navy doing his Navy things, whatever, being a Navy guy. He's a screw up there too, so no one really likes him, including Liam Neeson. I don't like him, so that's great. So he's doing his thing, whatever, and then boom, aliens show up. And so he has to go and take control of a battleship and fight off aliens. There you go, there's the story. I'm not even going to explain it anymore. It's a stupid story with dumbass characters, horrible writing, just unmemorable scenes. It's just a very, very dumb story. I'm talking about scenes as in not action-wise. I mean like, oh, these two are confronting each other and they're talking. This is going to be so memorable. No, it's not. So that's what I mean by unmemorable scenes, okay? So, story is not very good in this film. The writing's horrible. The characters aren't likable at all. I mean, the only one I would say is likable is Alexander Skarsgård, but he's not in the film that long, and Liam Neeson, just because he's Liam Neeson. And he's not in the movie that long either. So, there you go. Those are only two characters I liked. Oh, and all the aliens, because they killed everybody I don't like, which is good. So, there you go. There's the story. Let's talk about the acting. In most cases, I shouldn't say most cases, in some cases in films, when characters are terrible, that doesn't mean I hate the actors also and think they're a horrible job acting. That just means I hate the characters, how they were written, you know? But, not this time, because there are so many cheesy characters in this film and some horrible actors here. Like this whole character where his legs are completely gone and we're supposed to feel really sorry for him, but he's so cheesy and so terrible as an actor. I'm like, oh my god, like this is so cheesy. And there's a whole scene where all these old people come in and they're supposed to be like the original Battleship yeah, I guess pilots. No, not pilots. What would you call them? For a battleship, I don't know, whatever. They're supposed to be the original guys for this battleship, and they're all like, oh, we're all rough and gruff and old and stuff. And it's like, they're terrible actors, and some of the crew members on some of the battleships just talking and stuff, they're terrible actors. I would say the only people that do a okay job would be Taylor Kitsch, who is of course the main star. He does an okay job. I don't think he's a great actor, but he's okay. Brooklyn Decker, who's really just, she's okay, I guess. Liam Neeson, who shows up for 10 minutes, but he's good. And my favorite one here would be Alexander Skarsgård, who's also barely in the film, but, you know, he's actually a really good actor. So, from what I've heard, he's great in True Blood, but, I don't know. I gotta admit, he's really tall, though. Oh, damn. He was actually standing next to, like, a bunch of really tall, tough-looking dudes, and he's like, this much bigger than them. I'm like, damn. He's pretty big. Him and Liam Neeson fighting in Taken 2, that'd be awesome. Anyway, yeah, the acting for the most part is not very good. So, yeah, the acting's not that great either. Let's talk about the main part of the movie, not the acting, not the story, the special effects and the action. And I gotta admit, the movie definitely does good with these two. Alright, the action, when there is action, it actually gets pretty fun to watch. I mean, most of it is just them going, oh, we have to catch them when they're not looking and stuff, you know, the aliens with our battleship, so we have to like do all these maneuvers and stuff, and it kind of gets boring when it gets to that stuff. But when it's like fire and blowing everything up and stuff, and things are getting destroyed in cities and stuff, and these big mechanical ball alien creatures come out and just start wrecking things, it's really fun to watch, I gotta admit. But the thing is, the action and even the special effects don't come into play until like 40 minutes into the film, which is, the movie's only a little over 2 hours long, so 40 minutes into the film you have to watch all this terrible dialogue and all these stupid characters that you don't like just trying to, you know, talk to each other and converse and stuff. You don't want to see that. You just want to see things blow up and nice little special effects. But you don't get that until almost an hour into the film, which is bull. But when it gets into it, I gotta admit, it was pretty cool to watch. The special effects are nice for the most part. There are really cool shots, like the one where it's like a big bubble in the sky and it goes around the Earth. Look, well, it doesn't go around the Earth, but it goes around part of the Earth. And it looks really cool. Some of the designs for the spaceships look cool, even though I thought the designs for the aliens themselves, the way they looked pretty retarded, but there was still good special effects. So overall, I gotta admit, Battleship was not a fantastic movie. I wouldn't even say it was a good movie, but it's an okay matinee, I guess. Get the ticket as cheap as you can. If you can get for like $1 at a dollar theater, then bring some friends, laugh at the terrible dialogue, laugh at some of the horrible acting. Whatever, go ahead and have fun. There you go. I'm just gonna give it a 23 out of 40. I don't think it's a great movie, but it's an okay entertaining time. So there you go. There's my review for Battleship. It's definitely not a great movie. It's one of the worst I've seen this year, but that's not saying much because I haven't seen that many terrible movies. So yeah, even if I said it's one of the worst, go check it out at a very cheap matinee price. Also, Rihanna's in the film, and she's not terrible. I forgot to mention that. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. There's my review. 23 out of 40. Thank you, and goodbye.